In this video, you're going to find out how to amp up your power with all the Bamboo Strike locations. And I'm also going to give you tips and cheats so that you can beat the bamboos with no skill. Subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. I'm Linus Wilson. We do tips and tricks for Ghost of Tsushima. You have a total of 3 resolves to start the game. You can resolve are those yellow balls that you see at the bottom of the screen when you're in a fight, and when you press the down arrow, they heal you. If you've unlocked the mythical abilities, you may be able to do, for example, the Heavenly Strike by using 1 resolve. Doing all the bamboo strikes will increase your resolve by 4. You only get 3 resolves by advancing in the game and getting tons and tons of XP. So you actually get more resolve from doing bamboo strikes than playing the entire game. You can get 2 resolves in Act 1, a 3rd resolve in Act 2, and your 4th resolve from bamboo strikes in Act 3. So you could finish the game with 10 resolves if you do bamboo strikes. But if you don't do bamboo strikes, you'll finish the game with only 6 resolve. That's going to make a big difference in whether you die in difficult fights or not, because the resolve is your source of healing. And indeed, I would recommend that you do your first bamboo strike and get 1 resolve before you do any of the main quests. In Act 1, do the bamboo strike at Hiyoshi Springs. There's a bamboo strike there. There's also a merchant where you can pick up your first armor set, the Traveler's Attire, in Hiyoshi Springs. So the secret when you get to this bamboo strike is that you want to change your settings in the settings menu. So if you hit your options key and then you go to options and then accessibility options, you can select a setting so that you do not have to do these in time. So the only thing that you need to worry about is memorizing the keystrokes, and you could take a picture on your cell phone and then slowly type them in. If you go to accessibility and simplified controls and make sure that's on. Simplified controls will allow you to go as slow as you want to. Sequences that require a series of rapid button presses will no longer have a time constraint. And then it's dirt easy to get all these bamboo strikes. You don't have to spend any time, you spend time going to them. So it's just like you go to them. And I recommend that you go to the first one at Hiyoshi Springs. Do that before you do any main missions. And then after you do the first 3 main missions with Yuna, Lady Masako, and Ishikawa, so you can get the bow, the samurai clan armor, and ghost techniques such as assassinations, and also unlock ghost weapons with Yuna, then I recommend going to these sites right away and completing the bamboo strikes so you can get your 5th resolve. If you do the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th bamboo strikes, then you'll get your 2nd resolve for 5 total resolve. And then you won't be able to upgrade your resolve doing bamboo strikes until Act 2, because you need 9 bamboo strikes to get your 3rd resolve from bamboo strikes. So you can get the first 2 in Act 1, but not the 3rd. You need to wait until Act 3, so then you have some time to do strikes 5, 6, and 7 in Act 1, because they're not going to do you any good until Act 2. I think you should pay attention to the ordering that I'm putting these in, because at least a couple in Act 2, such as Azamo Bay and Komatsu Forge, are not accessible until you complete the quests associated with those locations. And the same thing goes with the Yarikawa settlement in Act 2. So that's why I number them in these order, because I number them in the order that I think that you're going to be able to complete them easily, and it goes along with where you are in the story. Okay, we're going to start on the Izihara map, and we're going to start with Hiyoshi Springs. This is like the first place you're going to stumble off after the prologue, and you should do the bamboo strike here. Get the traveling armor from the merchant. And this guy's going to give you a speech here. Note that they got the white flags. The white flags show off all the bamboo strikes in the town or in a location. So keep an eye out for the white flags. And then we're going to the Kashine Bamboo Strike. This is by it's the white dye merchant in Act 1. It's up on a hill here. So if you're in the plane, you may have to climb. If you go on the side, you might not have to climb as much because you kind of go up at a gradual thing. Otherwise, it might be kind of some steps climbing. And then that would be the second location I'd recommend to go to. And then the third location down here, more south, is the Ariake Bamboo Strike. It's on the river there, south side of the river there. Kind of in the middle. So it's by this big house. So that's where you're going to find it. Look for the big house. And then next up, I'm going to go south on the river, on kind of the middle river, to the Tsutsu Bamboo Strike. Right by the river there. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Look for the flag on the river and you should see it. And those four that I've shown you should get you the second resolve. And that's all the resolve you're going to get. And then after that, you go to Komoda Town. It's the Komoda Bamboo Strike. And you do those not at the beginning, but, after you've done some quests and stuff and done some upgrades and cleared some Mongol bases, go to Komodo. And then, so it's a white flag among all the red flags. Looks like it's near the tower there. And then Azamo Bay and then Komatsu Forge are going to be hard to get to. You have to complete the quest with Yuna and her brother that frees Komatsu and, sets up the forge. So you have to do that quest before you can get to Komatsu Forge and actually do the strike. And I think it's by the banner guy. So it's right next to the dude with all the banners. And then down in Azamo Bay, I think you have to sneak into Azamo Bay, and then there's a side mission right after you sneak into Azamo Bay that allows you to totally liberate it. And after it's totally liberated, then you should do the bamboo strike. So the big thing for the first island, the Act 1 part of the island, is Uhura, is do the first one right away, do second, third, and fourth right after you do the main quests, and then let's move to the Act 2 island. So the Akashima Bamboo Strike, you should run into this at the very start. So your ally is going to want to kill some Mongols, and you should really stumble over this. So you want to do that. Do what your ally wants to do. Although he's going to have some vendors around him. You want to, if those vendors have anything you want, such as silk or gold, buy it, because you'll never see those vendors again. And do what he wants, and make sure you uncover a fast travel with him. Don't travel to Act 1. So next one is the Otsuna Bamboo Strike. This is near Omi Village, right? And Omi Village is the Jin's journey tale, the Ghost from the Past. You want to do Ghost from the Past right after that first main mission where you get the first bamboo strike. You want to run over here and you're going to get the Sakai clan armor and the Sakai mask. And then there's 2 Yuriko tales you want to do with Yuriko, who you're going to meet there. She's going to give you the armor. You want to do those right away. And then after that, so now you got the 2 to add to your 7, and you get the 3rd resolve. I'm recommending the Kubara Bamboo Strike after that. That's kind of east of the lake. The Kubara Bamboo Strike, it's in kind of inland. All right, it's up on a hill here. Looks like it's by a tower. And then you go to the coast. Here is the Kushi Bamboo Strike, very close to the last one. And looks like I missed the bamboo there. And it's also by a tower of some kind. Maybe it's a lighthouse. So if you light the lighthouses, you get a reward for that. And then, so that's the Kushi Bamboo Strike, kind of in the northern part of the map. We're all pretty much in the northern of Toyotama. Then way down in the south is Umugi Cove. You got a lot of quests in Umugi Cove. So really, after you do the Omi Bamboo Strike, the one near Omi, you can take a break because you're not going to get your 4th resolve for a long time, right? So you do the Bamboo Strike next to Yuriko and the Sakai clan homestead, and you don't have to do this all fast. Just do it before you start Act 3. And then in Act 3 you can get that 4th resolve from Bamboo Strikes. And then this Umugi one seems like it's out in the field. It's way on the coast on the southwest side of the map. And then the last one is the Yarikawa Stronghold. So as part of the main missions, you need to convince the Yarikawans to join your side. And until that happens, you won't have access to this Bamboo Strike. So that's why I put it last. Right, it looks like it's next to this big tower here on a cliff. All right, and so next let's look at the Act 3 map. And so that's the Kamiagata Bamboo Strikes. There's only 3 in Act 3. The Act 3 map is kind of thin. There's not a lot in Act 3 to do. And there's not many bamboo strikes either. So the Sago Bamboo Strike, doesn't matter really what order you do these in. I put them in an order, but of my ordering, the Act 3 ordering matters the least. So it looks like we're on a hill here next to some sort of tower. Kind of hard to see that white among the white. There's a little house there, a little horse shed. And then the Kashine Bamboo Strike. Right, I think that's the burnt out location, which is probably burned in your memory if you played Act 3. And yeah, you see the fires close by on the lake there, but it's going to be like a frozen lake. And then the Endless Forest Bamboo Strike. So everything's frozen in Act 3. And then the Endless Forest Bamboo Strike just on the coast there, on the kind of in the middle on the east coast. Looks like it's near kind of some grasses there, just on the tip. And then once you do all the bamboo strikes, you get the Sacred Mountain Messenger mask, which is the monkey mask. And so that's kind of fun, nice little reward at the end. And of course you get the 4th resolve. If you're playing through the story and you've got to Act 3 and you've got all the XP, then you're also going to have 3 resolves that you start out with, 3 that you got from playing the game and getting XP, and 4, the 4th one, you're going to get the 4th one with the Mountain Messenger mask, 4 resolves from doing bamboo strikes. Subscribe to the channel. We do tips and tricks to allow you to crush Ghost of Tsushima. Just press the subscribe button. You know you want to.